Hey boys, welcome back to game 2 of our series against Zimbabwe at Manica Oval, and it is episode 100 of this My Player, Spin Player, Career Mode, whatever I'm calling it these days, but yeah, episode 100, that's crazy. Probably in the, I don't know, probably in the title I'll have like a thank you, and just briefly, I guess at the start here, just a thanks in general, for the continued support. I was gonna make just a separate video. I don't think I even made a video for when I hit like 10,000 subs, but we're almost in, like, you know, the YouTube sense. I'm almost at like 15,000, which is ridiculous for doing cricket videos and rugby league videos. It's actually unreal. So yeah, just, you know, a massive thanks to all you guys who have you know, continued the support over this series, and not only this series, but like all the stuff, really. It always sort of happens that when it's off season, you know, the views are down slightly for whatever sport it is, and then the other sport it's up a bit. That's sort of the way it's been, like the whole, you know, last when did it start? Like 2 or 3 years ago, I guess. Now it's been a little bit, but yeah, it's been great. So yeah, episode 100. There's something I was gonna do something like, well, yeah, it's a bit of a longer episode, but it's nothing like nothing too special or anything like that. I mean, I couldn't really think of what to do anyway, but yeah, episode 100 here. Get off the mark with a 4, so that's pretty good. But yeah, getting back to the game. I guess also episode 100, but also many more to come. We still got so much to do. It's right here, episode 100, and we're getting extremely lucky. That's actually something that I feel like they've buffed a bit. A little graphical glitch there. It showed up 4 on the thing. It was a drop catch, but I actually thought when I saw that little glitch, I thought they were going to give me 4 runs for it, but no, they didn't give me the 4. They didn't give me 4 runs, but they're just the graphical glitch, whatever. I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, I was going to talk about that. I feel like that's something they've buffed, I guess, is the missed fields, which I actually like, because it felt like, I don't know what, it only seemed to be recent. I played like Ashes cricket like a couple of weeks ago maybe, and I noticed this, was that playing against like the lower teams, like Zimbabwe was a good example, and also like in the T20 for the Caribbean cricket stuff, some of the worst fielders, if you hit a ball well, they would misfield it a little bit, which I don't remember ever like seeing in future previous versions, because everyone would just field the ball, which, you know, it makes it a little bit unrealistic, and also makes fielding stats basically useless. Like, there's no reason for a player to have decent fielding stats, because they don't drop balls, they don't misfield, so the fielding stats were basically useless. And I never really, it's weird because I never well, I guess I noticed it, but I never brought it up, and it didn't really seem like an issue, because I guess you don't want, as that is a fantastic flick off the pads, but you don't want, like, if you're a bowler, you don't want your fielders misfielding or dropping catches, so it's sort of, it's easy to sort of sweep under the rug and be like, yeah, it's fine, but I actually, it's better like this, you know. And then if you have, if your team has a bad fielder, fielding stats actually might mean a bit, because that drop catch sort of just brought up that point. So yeah, we're moving along here. We're in a good spot. Maxwell has got his 100. I haven't even talked about the score, but look, 3 for 5, 36. It looks like we're, I mean, we haven't bowled yet, but in the last match, we enforced a follow-on, and we didn't get a second chance to bat. And this, I don't know why I didn't run here. I don't know. It was an inside edge, and I just zoned out, I guess. So we are 17 off 16. We're actually looking fairly decent at the crease. I mean, a bit of a top edge to get a 4 off the mark was nice, as this one pretty quick around the wicket. They've gone up for the big appeal, bit of a nothing shout, sort of clutching at straws at this point. But around the wicket, sort of that angle is annoying for me because I like the pull shot, but it's a tough shot to play, and they're also got a man sort of at the 45. So it's a risk, but it's a risk that I generally always take. Again, going up for it. It was a massive edge, pretty much hit into my own pad, so definitely not out. But 18 off 20, looking pretty good. I mean, they got a fairly defensive field at this point, so there's some easy runs to be had, and we can just get into our work, which feels good. Feels good to actually get a few runs here, and Maxwell is doing his thing. It's a ridiculous first innings total, so we're sort of banking on. We're probably not going to have to bat a second time if all goes to plan, as this one is swept away. Oh, not really swept. It was more of a, I guess you call that look like a paddle type of shot. I don't really like the shot. I never like it when that animation comes up because it just looks a bit silly. But it's one of the animations. Unfortunately, we are going to get out. It was just that angle coming across. You know, I guess a good ploy, a good tactic. You know, obviously the pitch isn't doing much, so coming around the wicket there, getting it to angle, just that natural angle across, and we get a big outside edge taken by the keeper. Unfortunately, we were looking for a big one. I was excited to actually get a decent score, but not going to happen. We come in to the bowling crease, and we are just well in control of this game. You know, it was a series that we were meant to win and probably win fairly comfortably. But we are in cruise control here. They trail by 646 runs, and they are 3 for 47. So a fantastic time to come into the bowling crease. Confidence is sky high. No, I mean personally, the bowling has always been good. Not coming off too much with the bat, but just the team confidence is up there. Also a little, I don't know if you saw that, little graphical glitch with a wicket came up on the screen there. So I don't know what that is. I guess when I played this game, there was like a patch like fairly recently, so I don't know, just something silly happened, I guess. But we come back here into our 6th over. No inroads at the moment. They're actually playing me pretty comfortably, as this one is a fantastic ball, and just as I say, they're playing me well. We come up with a bit of a special there, and annoyingly, another one of this always happens. Like if you appeal, but they so it's given it out, but we appealed, so they go up for I challenged it because I was a little worried that they weren't gonna give it out if I didn't challenge, even though they already gave it out. So I guess they're looking at an inside edge. So I just skipped past it, and we obviously got the stumping from Maxwell. It was a beautiful ball. It was a slider. He tried to play the big shot, excuse me, but just sort of hurried on. It came back slyly. How did it miss the stumps? I don't know. But Maxwell, a keeper again. I don't know why he's keeping again, but Maxwell, I don't know. I guess, you know, in the career mode here, it is a couple of years into the in the game, so I don't know. Maxwell, I guess, has turned into a keeper in his 2 years in the game here, so that's fine. And yeah, it's good to get a wicket. I thought this was just going to be a total boil over, and we weren't going to get any wickets. Everyone else was going to do everything, and we were we were going to be a bit of a passenger. But we get the 1 wicket. Hopefully we can stay on here and just pick up the last couple. It is now 7 for 87. And there we have it. Waller, he was actually putting up some decent defense, 17 of 27. But what a ball this is. It's just beautiful. I love rattling the stumps, dude. Usually it's the pace bowlers, best thing about it, but the spin, just getting that one to grip back and just knocking over the stumps, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Still to this day, when I go back and play, or when I'm playing Ashes cricket and I bowled a fairly long spell, a few overs in, not much is happening, and then all of a sudden, just sneak one past the bat and knock the stumps out. It's very rewarding, and that's what I think that's like the best thing, and that honestly is almost better, because the edges are so much better as well. It's hard to explain, but from like release, the edges were fairly. You could put your fielders in spots where putting like a slip in, they would never take catches because the edges never seem to go to slips. But again, from patches and updating, the edges are so much more realistic, and that one just went across him a bit. And a thick outside edge actually caught a like 3rd or 4th slip. So beautiful field placing, picking up 2 wickets in the over here. And we're probably going to bundle them out before the century stand. So I think we're definitely in for another bowling stint, as we're probably going to enforce a follow-on once again here. And we do. Again, we enforce a follow-on, and they're putting up a decent defense up top. There's our average is just creeping down slightly. It's now at 15 point something, so pretty outstanding in the international test match format. It's much better than our 1 day average, which is a little backwards, but I don't know. That's just sort of how we've done it. But yeah, their top order, it's sort of been, you know, the middle to low order has been pretty weak, but the top order, if they've scored some decent runs, but there's just always been that one collapse that has sort of wrecked them in the matches so far. So we're gonna look to sort of heap the pressure on once again. But the one, you know, again, 1 for 84, they're putting up a decent fight here. That's a good delivery. I don't know if was that the actual wrong in, or was it just the slider that sort of went on with the angle. We'll have a look here. I think it was just the toppy or the slider. I can't tell. But yeah, just sort of went away. I don't know, hit a crack. I don't know. Just usually those, if they are sliders, they do sort of come back slightly still. But that one actually just sort of held and went away slightly. It was a good ball. No edge though, unfortunately. So yeah, looking good. We just have the ball on a string. We can do basically anything we want. But you know, again, you gotta give him credit here. 3 for 208, as that is extremely close to LB. I'm gonna challenge it. We got 2 remaining. It's a pretty big wicket. Shazad has been pretty good in this series so far. I just thought this was, I couldn't believe it wasn't out. The only thing was, I thought an edge, and I don't think there was an edge on it. Yeah, it looks like it misses the bat. He was a bit through the shot too early. Yeah, definitely no edge. Hits him on the pad. It looks, oh, it looks so plumb. It might have just snuck outside the line of off stump. We'll have a look here. It's a good angle coming in. It pitches a little bit outside off, spins back enough, and it's just, how on earth? That surely would have been like umpire's call. I actually couldn't believe this, dude. It was hitting middle stump directly. It must have been millimeters away, honestly. And then next ball, that has to be out. How is that one not out? We're gonna challenge again, because this one looked even better. This one looked straighter. Like, if the other one hit him just outside the line, this one had to have hit him in line. We'll have a look here. It's basically oh, as soon as I saw that replay, I'm like, that's literally the same ball, and I'm just gonna skip it because it's just gonna be outside once again. I don't know how. I don't know how the umpy hasn't given him that. Come on, 2 in a row, benefit of the doubt. Thankfully, we don't need the umpire's help. We, you know, Shazad, it was only a matter of time. We had him in all sorts of trouble, and they were just the standard deliveries. We just the good line and length. It was tricky to come down to. You couldn't go back to it. Getting good spin, a little bit of natural variation. Had him in 2 minds with that sort of one that went the other way, and then ever since then we just had the ball over him. So 1 for 28 into our 16th over. Again, I don't know. In this game, it always seems the way. If you bundle them out in one innings, the other innings they'll put up a better fight. But you know, getting some bowling under our belts is, again, that is so close. It's hit him like on the full. It's actually bowled him. I didn't even notice. It's actually clean bowled him. It's hit him on the foot, and then it's just trickled back. He was too. Everyone didn't even realize. Oh, that is actually hilarious. Everyone is just oblivious. I was oblivious as well. I didn't even realize it had bowled him. I think it was dead plumb for sure, or was it? Again, I think it was a slider, so maybe it wasn't. Oh, I think that I don't know, he probably would have given it LB, but it's trickled back. The batter was just worried about the LB, and he didn't check the ball. So 2 wickets. That's actually one of the best wickets we've got all career mode. That was hilarious. It's just completely oblivious to the fact that it just trickled onto the stump. So we get our second wicket, and again a good chance to clean him up here. 6 for 274. As that one, he's played back to it. He's hit him pretty close, and he's given this one. Again, it's very confusing to me, because I thought this one, it looked pretty good, but I thought the 2 previously that I challenged were actually closer than that. But I guess he played back to it. It probably allowed the ball to hit him in line. So fairly simple decision. And that's what I was talking about, like that sort of line and that sort of length more so. It's tricky to play forward to, but you can't play back to it like that, and just all sorts of trouble. So we get 3 wickets here, as the tail enders are now into the crease. 9 for 304. It is it must have been a day-night test match, I guess. I didn't even really is it though? Like, it wasn't a pink ball, so it's a little weird. I would have thought it would have been a pink ball if it was a day-night test match. And when, I don't know, I mean, it looks pretty dark. Like, it looks like it's, or maybe, I guess it's pretty cloudy, so I guess it's probably just the lights are on, although it seems a little strange. I actually don't know. I didn't even, like, see the time when we, like, went to, like, the scoreboard or something, so, oh, I'm skipping over everything too quick. I can't see the freaking time. It doesn't really matter too much. We got 3 for 50, 25 overs. I mean, we've had to work hard, but we get the rewards. Clean him up. Kramer there, putting up a decent effort at the end, you know, holding his wicket, but just undone by, again, some beautiful bowling. You know, trying to play with the spin, it's not a bad option, but too good. A little bit of drift away, beats the outside edge, rockets into the stump. So what a way to finish. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Like I said, thank you so much for the ongoing support. You know, 100 episodes, crazy stuff. And yeah, many more to come. I'll see you guys in the next one.